everyone, the leading and inspiring women from across the globe. We have Dr. Susan McDonald as our chairperson from USA. We have Dr. Mohita Sharma, Secretary AIOS, and we have Dr. Mohita Sharma, Secretary WOW and WOS. And we have Dr. Aarti will be soon joining us. She is also one of the chairs. So we'll be starting the WOW session along with the moderator, Dr. Swati Tomar. And I invite our Secretary, Women Ophthalmology Worldwide, Dr. Mohita Sharma, to begin the session with a few words on what is the future and what are the activities of WOW.
So hello everybody, and good evening, good morning for some. And is my screen visible, Dr. Maya?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I will be talking about women ophthalmologists worldwide. This session is of women ophthalmologists worldwide, or WOW, which is an organizer, a very recent organization formed around 2.5 years back. But already it's making a mark. And today we have some very good women ophthalmologists who are leaders in the field of ophthalmology from all over the world. And the specific thing about this session is it is less of clinical, which we get to hear in all conferences, and more of what opportunities there are at the professional level for women ophthalmologists. So talking about this organization, there are challenges which are common to all women ophthalmologists. They are unique challenges, unique for women, but we found that they are common to all. In fact, how we thought about it was there were some women ophthalmologist organizations already existing in the world, and but in our isolated pockets, we always thought that the challenges that we were facing were specific to our area or to our country. But when we all talked amongst each other, we realized that these challenges are unique to women, but they are common to all, whichever the country and all across the world. This is because the traditional definition of success has been personal first and professional second for women, and hence the concept of leaky pipeline is very much there. They all start doing very well, and somewhere down the line, they take a back seat, and many of them are not able to come up to their full potential. This is compounded by the fact that they are in isolation. So whenever they are together, they are able to support each other better. So literature is showing a lot of studies which show that there is an underrepresentation of women ophthalmologists in leadership positions, in academics as first authors, as chairs in sessions, as heads of department, and many times they are underpaid. Now, whenever we talk of women ophthalmologists now, a common thing that we hear is that there are more women in ophthalmology compared to men. And so a lot of times the same thing the one thing that everybody will tell us is now you need to form a men ophthalmologist society. But here I would like to say is that even if women outnumber men, even if it is 100% women in ophthalmology and all are women only as ophthalmologists, the challenges remains the same. It is not that the challenges become different, and hence more opportunities are needed, and that is why this is what these organizations are trying to do. So this is a common platform where they can share challenges, learn from other successful women. They can find mentors and role models, and there are opportunities for professional growth. So we found that there was some organizations which were already there. For example, Women in Ophthalmology in US, a very strong organization for many years. Then we formed in India, we found Women Ophthalmologist Society, taking inputs from Women in Ophthalmology in US. And we have Dr. Susan also here with us, who was actually responsible for this, and she mentored it all throughout. And similarly, in APAO, there is already a standing committee, and in RANSCO, there is a committee. So these were there, and these were in isolation. So we thought, let's have a kind of an umbrella organization, which is not a gender divide, not anti-men. It's not a women liberation. It is something which is connecting all these organizations. And hence WOW was formed, and we call it Seed to Sapling. It was in 2019 that the first working committee meeting was held. and this was in Bangalore, and during Women Ophthalmologists Society annual conference. And then finally, during the COVID times, the WOW was launched in 2020. This is the mission of WOW. It is committed to enhancing equity in education, research, collaboration, and leadership opportunities for women ophthalmologists globally. And WOW supports equity in access to eye care for all. So these are some of the aims and some of the activities which have been planned out for WOW and on which it has already started working. First is initiation of new women ophthalmologist organizations where they are already not existing, strengthening of the existing women's organization, collaboration between these women's network and making resources available for each other, networking amongst women ophthalmologists and exchanging knowledge and skills and promoting leadership and sisterhood. So the ultimate aim is to connect women across the globe on a common platform for professional upgradation. These were some of the activities which have been planned and which have already been started. First was zonal webinars. Second was combined. Some of these webinars have already been held. Second was combined academic activities in the form of courses together in various conferences. An international journal or newsletter work is already about to start on this. Exchange programs in the form of surgical trainings, observerships, fellowships, mentorships. Again, work is just about starting on this. Collaborative research, international conference. The first WOW conference was held last year, and volunteer work. So this is the WOW Executive Committee for Activity Planning, and this was the first introductory webinar of WOW. And after this, there was a webinar of Asia Pacific region and one of Africa too. So basic aim of these webinars was that everybody was coming out with what challenges they were facing individually in their countries in that particular zone, so that WOW can start working specifically for those challenges. And some of the examples of the opportunities that have been provided is that WOS, or that is in India, was supported by the US organization. The Pakistan organization was supported by WOS as well as WIO. Then new chapters of WOW are now being formed in South Africa. One is getting launched in March, which is by the name of WOSA. And similarly, Nigeria was also planning, and Turkey is also planning. So some research opportunities have been offered by Women in Vision UK, by Dr. Maria Musaji and her lab, and some collaborative surveys have been planned. Now there was a journal issue which was taken out by Women Ophthalmologists Society of India, and in which there were a lot of collaborative publications between the various WOW members. And there is in the speaker panel, there are so many activities of WOW in the form of WOW zonal webinars, in the form of activities that are happening in the individual Women Ophthalmologist societies in various countries where they invite WOW members. Then there are inspiration sessions at WOS, in a session like this by All India Ophthalmological Society, where there is a WOW session. In SAO conference also, there was a WOW session. And in the annual conference of WOW, there were a lot of opportunities. And now we also have this, for example, this is the first annual conference of WOW, where a lot of women ophthalmologists, you can see the photographs, you can see that there was a lot of energy amongst all women ophthalmologists, and the whole environment is of supporting each other. Some of the country reps got inducted from South Africa, Dr. Majola, Dr. Faith from Kenya, Dr. Mili from Bangladesh, and similarly Dr. Selma from Algeria and Dr. Nancy from Arabia. So basic idea is that these country reps would be looking after the challenges faced in their country and taking the whatever what activities are planned by WOW, those would be taken forwards in their own country too. WOW has a Facebook page, there is a website, and you're all invited to join. And next week we have a session of WOW at APAO, during APAO at Kuala Lumpur. So you are all invited to join. Information is there at the website, and the website address is given here. So this is all about WOW, and I'm sure this is an opportunity for everybody. And we invite all women ophthalmologists to be a part of this opportunity. And the subsequent speakers will talk on a lot of these opportunities and how they can be beneficial for everybody. Thank you so much.